I'm not sure what that foul was, but here's that last play where Roach just goes in. He goes in over a 6'8" guy and over a 6'5" guy to hit that shot.
Tyrone Roach is 6 feet tall. So and that's inside some tall timber there.
He's aggressive. He's a little bit fearless because he's got the body size, he's got the muscular strength to be able to get in there and still get a shot off.
And as he told me, he is a competitor. He loves to compete. He says, give me the best guy on the other team to guard. That's what I want to do. You gotta love that.
And a coach loves that. A defensive-minded coach loves that attitude because you can just stick him out there and he'll fight against anybody, no matter what if the odds are against him or for him. He'll go out there fight.
Tyrone Roach from Fairmont Heights High School in Prince George's County. Got a lot of minutes last year. Started some games, came off the bench in others, but played key stretches of big games. So he's got the experience this year that Xavier Joyner wants out of a point guard. And really, when you think about it, Sims and Roach are interchangeable. What's going on here, Joe?
I'm not really sure. It looks like one of the referees was talking to Coach Xavier Joyner from Germantown, and he wasn't ready for the play to start. The other referees tried to start the play, so he blew the whistle to stop the play.
Randall Scott gets out of a trap, but gives it up.
Very strong in breaking the trap, but made a bad decision, lost the handle on the ball, and turns it over.
Here's Roach again, trying to penetrate. Good defense by Scott. Gooman to Carlson.
Sheffield got caught underneath there, trying to take a charge there, but he wasn't set yet.
And there's Carlson once again going very aggressively to the rack, Joe. He's really impressing me with his athletic ability and his intensity.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that Coach Joyner said he came in and watched the practice and said, hey, I can play this game. And look what he's doing. He's starting on the team. He's one of the better players on the team now.
He's from Cameroon. And Coach Joyner said he walked in the first day of practice, and he's impressed me every day since.
And he's impressing us as we sit here, too. He's a high flyer. He goes up very aggressively and can jump high and go to the basket strong.
Missed the second free throw. 11-7 Germantown. 11:57 to go in the first half. And Knights are in a scoring drought.
They're being a little bit careless with the ball.
Great pass by Roach, and that's an and-one situation.
Dave Carlson shows his strength right there, being able to power through the defender, absorb the foul, and still be able to make that shot. You can see right here, Roach gives him a nice pass down low on the block on the break. He gives a little pump fake, gets one guy off the ground, goes up strong, gets fouled, makes the shot, goes for the three-point play.
What Rockville is missing as they bring in Julian Armstrong and Randall Scott takes a break, they're missing Dante Nicholas right now.
Yes, he hasn't played for a good long while after he's got a second foul within the first 5 minutes of the game. And I don't know, the team relies on him for a lot of their offensive structure. If he's not in the game, they kind of struggle offensively.
Somebody's got to step up here. It's got to be Beza, it's got to be Armstrong. Somebody's got to contribute some offense here. They're in a scoring drought.
That's a nice pass down low. He got underneath the basket, though.
The Knights have not scored in over 2 minutes.
And they've had some opportunities. They just haven't hit the shots. Armstrong just gave a nice pass to Sheffield, I believe it was, down low, but he got caught underneath the basket. You got to know where you are on the court.
There's Sefcek, who has not scored yet, surprisingly. There's Roach from three, no good. Pettis with the rebound.
Not the best shot selection, but they got the rebound.
Gooman
travels.
He traveled.
And that's the thing that a 6'8" guy like Armstrong will do. That height is intimidating. And so he gets the ball down low, he tries to do something, but can't because all that size there, denied.
He had to be thinking about that.
was a little carry by Bilal Besa right there. Got his hand underneath the ball a little bit too much.
10:48 to go. Low scoring first half. There's a break for the Knights. Beza gets it.
And that's exactly what they needed. If you can't score off the offense, score off your defense.
That's the first basket for the Knights in 3 minutes. Over 3 minutes.
Looks like
another steal.
Another one.
And Beza with 2 quick hoops. Puts the Knights right back in at 13-11 with 10:21 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor called by Xavier Joyner and the Germantown Griffins.
And that's what happens. Sometimes when your offense isn't going, your defense has to step up to create offense for your team. That's what Rockville just did. They got 2 steals. They got 2 layups on the other end. Germantown has to figure out a way to calm down, slow it down. Well, not really slow it down because they like to play fast, but be under control with the speed of their play.
Well, in the first meeting, now we're going to listen in here to Steve Hobson.
You boys have to be active. You can't be standing in one place. Okay, on the offensive end. On the offensive end, hear me. We're going to run a zipper. We're going to run a zipper. No illegal picks. Okay? And listen, Belial, if he comes over the top, okay? Yeah. You have to flip and look for the ball. Do you hear me? And you got to see him.
And see what Coach Hobson was talking about there. He said you have to flip around. When you set a screen for somebody, a good way to get open is to turn on the guy you just screened and pin him. Post up right there. So that's what he was talking about by flipping right there. Also, he's saying don't set illegal screens. That's one of the problems. That's why a couple of their players have gotten a couple fouls here. They set illegal screens. You've got to stop, set your screen, make that guy run into you. Set a head under screen, but don't move your feet while you're screening.
That was a great look inside the huddle. Thank you to our great cameraman there for giving us that shot.
And don't forget the audio.
And don't forget the audio. We got the audio wizard in the truck there, John A. Watson. You got Kelly and Armstrong both in there now for the Knights down low. And now he's coming in with Randall Scott.
I think Kelly might have a couple fouls on him now.
See who comes out.
Carlson pump fakes Kelly. Kelly goes up. He's a good shot blocker, but he can be faked off his feet. That's what Carlson did. Got him up in the air. He swatted down, and now Carlson's on the line.
And he makes it. Germantown up by 3, 14-11, 10:02 to go in the first half. Randall Scott does come in for John Kelly. So now there are 2 Knights in foul trouble.
And it's only halfway through the first half. They might be in trouble for a while.
And Steve Hobson and Junior Blackman both talking to John Kelly. John Kelly is a guy who has come back from 2 really serious knee injuries. Hadn't played for 2 years because of those injuries. They told me he's basically having to relearn the game offensively.
Yes, but he is very athletic. He's a good leaper. He's got a very strong body, and so he can rebound very well, block a lot of shots. But he still needs to refine his offensive game.
Oh, there's Beza. Boy, the defense is like glue out there. There's Scott, strong to the hoop.
He did a good job of avoiding the charge Seth Chick was trying to take down low. He avoided that charge and was able to make that basket without getting a foul on him.
Coaches told us yesterday, Joe, that they want Randall Scott to step up more. They need a little more offense out of him.
Well, they definitely need it now that Nicholas is out of the game.
Absolutely. Where are you going to find it? 15-13, Germantown holding a 2-point edge. There's a blocking foul on the Knights.
Yeah, looked like Sheffield got caught out of position on the baseline. Roach was driving. He got the foul. Let's look at this last basket for Rockville. Randall Scott goes in down low, avoids getting the charge called on him, makes it easy 2.